Do you remember the moment you decided to stop waiting? Maybe it wasn't a clear choice. Perhaps it was a weary sigh, a whispered enough between tears, or simply a silence that, for the first time, didn't hurt. It was right then, exactly then, that the angels began to act in ways you never imagined. He didn't realize it right away, of course. He was trapped in his own illusion of control, in the false security that you would always be there waiting. But when you let go, something broke inside him. A different kind of absence took over, an absence that was deeply felt. And then, the roles reversed. Because the lesson wasn't about him being loved. It was about him loving genuinely. Your angels show me that this connection was never ordinary. From the start, there was a greater force uniting you, a force that defied logic but made sense to the heart. But like any journey of mirrored souls, there were too many mirrors and not enough maturity. You felt too much. He ran away too often. And for a long time, you believed that loving meant waiting. But the angels now tell you, true love doesn't demand waiting, it demands courage. Courage to choose yourself, even when your heart screams for the other. Courage to rise from the chair of expectation and walk toward yourself. And that's exactly what you did. Without fanfare, without drama, you chose yourself. And at that very moment, the story began to be rewritten. He feels the change. His thoughts search for you like before, but now they don't find the same presence. Your absence has become an echo. And every empty space you once filled with care is now a mirror of what he failed to value. This hurts him more than you can imagine. Because it's no longer about longing. It's about the absence of himself. You were sent to change his path. Yes, that mission was yours. But not in the way you imagined. It wasn't about waiting, saving, or transforming with love. It was about touching. Touching deep enough so that one day, he would look within and see the reflection of what he lost. Your energy, your dedication, your love. All of that planted seeds that are now beginning to sprout amid the pain of your absence. And here lies the most powerful point of this message. The true turning point began when you stopped asking for crumbs. When you decided that your worth wasn't about being chosen, but about choosing yourself every single day. It was in that choice that the heavens opened up. That the angels began aligning situations, encounters, and signs. Because now, you are no longer the woman who waits. You are the woman who inspires. Yes, he still thinks about you. More than ever. And the angels are showing that he is about to take a step, perhaps the most difficult one of his life. Because now, for the first time, he needs to confront what he has always avoided, vulnerability. He is feeling the weight of what he lost, and at the same time, the urge to fight for what he can still regain. But this is no longer your battle. Yours was won the day you chose your peace. This doesn't mean that love has ended. It simply means that now he needs to earn it. He needs to come to you whole, with no excuses, with no half measures. And this is only possible because you stopped waiting and started living. Now pause for a second. Take a deep breath. Feel what this message has awakened in you. If it touched you, it's because it's yours. It's because your angels want to remind you of how strong you are, of how much you've grown. You were sent as a light in the darkness for someone who needed to wake up. But that light is also yours. And now, it shines brighter than ever. And if at any moment this message made your heart race, then you need to be part of our community of awakened souls. Because there are more truths like this waiting for you. More revelations, more paths for your heart to discover. Dive in here and sign up now. Because the more you connect with these messages, the more the universe aligns to surprise you. This isn't just a love story. It's your story of rebirth. Perhaps you're wondering, but what if he never awakens? What if this is just a never-ending cycle? And that question is valid. Because those who truly love have suffered too much from unresolved endings. But here's a revelation from the angels that you need to hear now. It doesn't matter if he returns or not. Your soul's mission with him has already fulfilled its essential purpose. From the moment you stopped waiting, you realigned with your greater destiny. And that destiny does not depend on anyone else's decision but yours. He may or may not come back. He may finally see the love he turned down. He may try to rebuild what was broken. But the true miracle has already happened. You have been reborn. And this rebirth opens doors that were previously closed by your waiting. The angels reveal that blessings are arriving for you that have been held back for too long. You were holding so much space for that unrequited love that the universe couldn't find openings to deliver what truly belongs to you. Now that you've let go, everything starts to flow. You'll notice this in the coming days. Unlikely situations aligning, new people showing up, unexpected paths opening. And here's the secret. None of this is a coincidence. It's a response. A response to the courage you had. A response to the choice you made to step out of waiting to live with presence. The heavens move in favor of those who move out of self-love. You need to know that what he feels for you is real. But true love, when it doesn't mature, can also hurt. The angels reveal that he feels shame. Yes, shame for realizing too late what he had. He watches you in silence, sees your shine, and wonders how he let it slip away. The most profound part of this is that now he doesn't know if he has a place in the new world you're building without him. That doubt is not yours to answer. It's his. Your role now is different. It's to stay steadfast on the path of healing, growth, and blossoming. Because while his eyes may still search for you, you are seeing yourself like never before. And if one day he comes back, let it be to add to your life. Let it be with truth. Let it be with the courage you've already shown. Because now, your love does not accept less than it deserves. The angels whisper that you are entering a phase where love will come to you easily, but only if it's genuine, only if it's whole, only if it's light. And you will know how to recognize it. Do you feel it? Do you feel that you are no longer the same? This feeling is your soul recognizing that something has changed. An old version of you, one that waited, that diminished herself, that blamed herself, is left behind. And this new woman who is emerging is far too bright to settle for darkness. Allow yourself to celebrate this turning point. Celebrate not because he may come back. Celebrate because with or without him, you are choosing yourself now. Every day. In every version. In every phase. Because you have learned the most important lesson, love begins within. And before I finish, receive this call from the angels. Continue on this path. Connect with those who resonate at the same frequency. Don't return to what made you plead for crumbs. Now is the time for emotional abundance. It's harvest time. And you deserve every blessing that is on its way. If this message sparked something within you, then it's yours. And if it's yours, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Spread it. There are other women waiting for this awakening. And you can be the channel. The angels are now showing me a very specific detail about this journey. There was a moment, even if brief, when you doubted your worth. A moment when you looked in the mirror and questioned if you were enough. That moment doesn't define you, but it reveals how intensely you love, how fully you give yourself body and soul. And that's why this pain, this absence, hurts so much. But here's a healing truth. The problem was never that you loved too much. The problem was that you forgot to include yourself in that love. And now that you remember, the entire universe begins to conspire in your favor. That person you've been waiting for is facing something much bigger than you imagine. He's grappling with who he has become, and what he has lost. There are nights when he thinks about writing to you, about showing up, about calling you. But something holds him back. It's not pride. It's fear. Fear of not being enough for the woman you have become. You are no longer the woman who waited for messages, for crumbs of attention. Now you are presence. You are abundance. You are a path, no longer stagnant. And he knows this. That's why the angels insist, don't back down. Don't return to waiting. Don't dim your light to fit into the world of those who still don't know how to handle true brilliance. There is a new love on the horizon. And no, that doesn't mean you have to forget everything you've experienced. It simply means that life is showing you there is more. That there is someone capable of seeing you wholly and not running away. Someone who will recognize your worth at first glance, without needing to lose you first. But this new chapter only begins when you release the old one with gratitude. No resentment, no loose ends, no drama. Just with the certainty that everything served its purpose. That each tear was a seed. That every silence was fertile ground. And now, the harvest begins. Do you feel it? The signs are already around. In dreams. In songs. In unexpected reunions. In messages like this one. All of this is the universe saying, you are ready. Ready to love without fear. Ready to be loved without limits. Ready to experience the love you once only dared to imagine. But for that, you must keep saying yes to yourself. Every single day. You need to keep choosing lightness, even when longing tries to pull you back. You must remember that the wait is over. Because now, it's you who is moving forward. And if this message resonates in your heart, then you already know, it is your confirmation. It is the sign you asked for. And if you want to keep receiving this kind of message straight to your soul, join us. Let the universe know that you are ready. Because the angels are already on standby, preparing something much greater than you can imagine. The angels are asking me to share something that, deep down, you already feel, but perhaps have not fully allowed yourself to recognize yet. It's not easy to admit this, especially after everything you've experienced with this person. But the time has come to look more closely at what has always been there, silently. You didn't enter their life just for love. It wasn't just another connection or another story. You were that outlier. That which changes the course, even unintentionally. That which forces life to rearrange itself. And no, that doesn't mean he understood this from the beginning. Quite the opposite. For a long time, he tried to carry on as if nothing had changed. As if you were just another passing moment, as if what he felt could be controlled. But life doesn't work that way. The impact you made was neither small nor shallow. And no matter how hard he tries, there's no unseeing what he saw when he truly looked at you. You can't pretend you were just someone else. He knows this. But he doesn't say anything. He feels it. But he doesn't act. And that tires you out, confuses you. Because at the same time he pulls away, he doesn't disappear. At the same time he avoids, he doesn't stop being there. In some way, in some memory, in some unexplainable presence. It traps you in a place that seems to have no exit. But it does. When you stopped waiting, something began to change for real. And we're not just talking about him. The real change happened within you. At the exact moment you chose to move on with your life despite all the unanswered questions. That, in itself, was such a powerful shift that it affected everything around you. Because for the first time, you put yourself first. And that changes everything. This decision forced him out of his comfort zone. He no longer knows how to fit you into his life. The idea he had of you no longer makes sense. And that's where the real discomfort begins for him. He is being forced to confront parts of himself he has always tried to avoid. And you, even without realizing it, are the reason for that. Because your existence, as it is, compels him to rethink, to reconsider, to feel. You have become, without asking, a sort of mirror for him. A reflection of everything he doesn't want to face. And also of everything he, perhaps deep down, wishes he could live. That's why he avoids you. But he doesn't disappear. He feels the strength of your presence, even when you're silent. And it's exactly this strength that frightens him the most. Because it's not love that scares you. It's the depth. It's the impact. It's realizing that you're not just an emotional choice. You're something that shakes internal structures. That throws you off balance. That forces you to grow. And for someone who has spent their life trying to control everything, that's almost unbearable. But don't be fooled. He feels. He thinks. He re-experiences. He just doesn't yet know what to do with all of that. And he might not know anytime soon. Because this kind of process has no deadline. Everyone has their own timing. And by now, you've understood that your time can no longer be conditioned by anyone else's clock. Your journey now is different. And it's not about turning your back. It's about moving forward. It's about respecting yourself enough not to stop for someone who still hasn't learned to move for love. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep choosing yourself. Keep saying no to everything that belittles you. Because while you grow, you free yourself. And this freedom will gradually show you a world that no longer depends on his response. Because, in reality, the answer you needed has already come. It came in your silence. In your enough. In your rebirth. And that's what he's starting to realize. That losing you was not a light choice. It was a breaking point. It was the beginning of a new reality that he doesn't know how to handle. But now, that's no longer your responsibility. If he ever wants to find you again, he will need to become someone worthy of the woman you have become. Because now, you are no longer the one who waits. You are the one who lives. The one who feels. The one who listens to herself. The one who allows herself. And that alone changes everything. But this not yet is not permanent. The angels show that he will be led to a breaking point. Something, a conversation, a loss, a spiritual sign, is going to break down his defenses. And when that happens, he will have to make a choice. Either he keeps running, or he finally allows himself to live love. Until then, the invitation for you is clear. Don't stop. Don't park your soul in any weight. Keep growing. Keep shining. Keep surrounding yourself with everything that expands you. Because your path is upward. And when it finally looks with the eyes of the soul, it will need to see you in motion. Free. Alive. Whole. And what if it can't? What if fear still speaks louder? Even so, it will all have been worth it. Because this story wasn't about it. It was about you remembering the strength you've always had. It was about you stopping begging for love and starting to create love around you. It was about you healing. So yes, you were sent to transform its path. But the deepest transformation has always been yours. And now that you know this, breathe. Place your hand on your heart. And make a pact with yourself to never stop for anyone who doesn't walk beside you. The angels are whispering that the best is yet to come. That the next chapters of your life will be written with ink of freedom, self-love, and genuine connections. And if you want to keep receiving these messages that speak directly to your soul, sign up now. Not just out of curiosity, but as an act of love for yourself. Because a woman who listens to the angels changes destiny. And yours, dear soul, has just changed.